Hi everyone, lovely to see you all again and welcome back to the Old School Kitchen. For today's recipe, we're going to be making some flatbreads with a garlic and herb butter, and we're also going to be making one of these little cute ladybird crafts. Okay, so let's get on and do some cooking. To make your flatbreads, you'll need 175 grams of self-raising flour, 160 grams of natural yogurt, half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, a small pinch of salt, a clove of garlic, and then some fresh herbs of your choice. You'll also need 40 grams of butter. Check through the equipment list as well, just to make sure you've got everything to hand, and then we can make a start. So in our bowl we've got 175 grams of self-raising flour, and to that we're going to add half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda and a pinch of salt. Now use a fork to give it a really good mix around. The next ingredient we're going to add is our yogurt, and we have 160 grams of this. Make sure you scrape all of it into the bowl, and then we're going to use our fork again to start mixing it really well until the mixture comes together as a dough. Once it's all stuck together, get your hands in there and then start kneading it for a short while, just to make sure you've got all of the dry bits out of the bottom of the bowl. It's not a particularly smooth dough, and that's caused by the bicarbonate of soda that we've added to the mixture, but don't worry, that is exactly how it's supposed to look. The next job is to shape our flatbreads. So we're going to start by sprinkling a bit of flour onto our work surface, and then we're going to divide our dough into 2 equal pieces. Roll each of those pieces into a sausage shape, and then we're going to divide each of those into 3 pieces. Try and cut them as equally as you possibly can, and then we're going to roll them into balls using the palms of our hands. Make sure you've got some flour on your work surface, and now we can start rolling our shapes out. The flatbreads want to be an oval shape, and they need to be quite thin as well, because they will rise when we cook them later. Use the sides of your hands just to shape around the edges and make the line nice and smooth. Repeat this with the remaining 5 balls of dough, and the next step is to cook them. The flatbreads will only take a couple of minutes to cook, so use some tongs to lay them in a pan and then turn them over after a minute or so and cook the other side. The final step is to make our garlic and herb butter. So we need 40 grams of butter, and then we're going to crush our garlic clove. So I'm using a garlic crusher for this, or you can just chop it up or even grate it. The final ingredient we're adding are our herbs, and I'm using basil here. So I've just torn a few leaves off, and then I'm just going to tear them up into tiny pieces. Give the mixture a really good stir round, and then we're ready to serve. Right, well I'm going to enjoy eating those a little bit later on. So for today's craft, we are making these little ladybirds, as I said earlier. And to make these, you don't need very much at all actually. We've got some glue, some scissors, and also 2 bits of red paper that were included in your activity pack, and the little piece of paper here with a few printed bits on it. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is take your 2 bits of red paper. Make sure they are both laid together so that all the edges meet. And we're going to concertina this piece of paper. So by that, I mean we're going to fold it into a fan, basically. So what we do is lay it on the table in front of us and then just very carefully fold over the top part of the paper, about 1.5 centimetres, I would say that is. Then we turn the paper over the other way and we fold it back on itself, trying to keep the fold exactly the same size as the first one. And then just keep going. So turn it over, fold, turn it over and fold, right the way to the very end. So now you should have your concertina shape. Take the two pieces apart, put one down, and then fold it back up into the concertina shape. And then you want to fold it in half this way. So again, just make sure the ends meet. All right. And we're going to just put some glue on that inside fold there so we can stick it together. Press nice and hard so that it sticks. There we are. So we've got a half circle fan shape. We're going to do exactly the same now to the other piece. So there we are. We now have our little concertinaed fan shape, and we are going to glue these together, okay, on both sides. So basically you want to put some glue on there, and we're going to glue those two bits first of all, and then we're going to open it right the way out and glue the other bits at the bottom. So press them nice and tightly together so that they stick well. And there we are. And then we're going to put a bit of glue on this piece here and put it right the way around so that it all sticks in a circle shape. You need to press this quite tightly as well. So there we are, and you will find that you can pull this apart slightly and it makes more of an oval shape actually, which is a slightly better shape for a ladybird anyway. So there is our body. I'm going to leave that to dry a little bit now, just so that the glue sets properly. And then we're going to cut out all of our shapes on the piece of white paper. So what we have are our face just here. We've got some spots to put on there. And then we've got 8 long thin pieces here. Now a ladybird has 6 legs, so you've got 2 spare just in case you mess up, or if you want to put on some feelers, then you can do as well. So you could use 2 as feelers. Okay, so let's get cutting. Right, so we've cut all of our pieces out here, and I'm going to start off by sticking my face onto the ladybird. So just put lots of glue on the back of it. It's quite tricky to stick things onto the concertina shape because it's quite bumpy, so you do need lots of glue for this. And then, so because it's our little oval shape, what you want to do is hold it like that, pull it out a little bit so it's an oval, and then stick the face on at the very top. Just press it gently and it will just grab to the pointy bits of the concertina. There we go. And then we're going to stick on our spots. So these can just go anywhere that you want them to go. And if you just put these on the insides of the folds, that's the easiest way to do. There we are. So I've just stuck a couple on for now. All right. And then the final bit is to stick on the legs, and these stick behind so that you can't see them. So basically you just need to put a little bit of glue on the black part, and then you just stick it behind so they just stick out on the side of the ladybird there, if you can see that. So you just have 3 on each side. All right. Okay. And there we are. So I've now got my own little ladybird family going on here, and I'm sure I'll have more by the end of the week as well, once I've done all the classes. All right, so have a wonderful week, everyone. Enjoy your flatbreads, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next time, where we're going to be making a sweet treat that I think you're all going to enjoy a lot. Okay, take care. Bye.